Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer!
All
Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
All right. Welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman. What's good, cousin?
Everything is good. Gabe and I just back from a very historic trip ourselves with Chris, going to our first USA cricket match, first cricket match ever in person. But today, if you want to hear about that journey and see some videos coming out, check out Cricket for Americans. But today, here on Boring Reviews, we are looking at the newest trailer, based probably the last official trailer we're going to see before this movie comes out January 14th. And we're talking about Radhe Shyam. This film, I'm so confused about. I am not smart enough to understand this film from the teasers and the trailers. And you look at the comment sections of the videos, dude, I'm telling you, look at the comment section of our videos, other people's videos on this. Everyone, their brothers seem to know what's going on, not this guy. So I'm hoping when we react to this trailer, I'm going to feel a little more understandable. I don't know. I'm going to understand more from this film, but I doubt it, my friend. I doubt it.
Nicholas. For such a smart guy, which guys, he really is. Nick holds a master's degree, okay? He's my mentor as our professional careers as educators. He's a really smart guy. But sometimes when it comes to films, you got to beat him over the head, all right? You got to beat him over the head. Like, come on, dude, you wrote a book, all right? How do you not see the plot and the setup and the foreshadowing and all that stuff?
I'm lost. I need the plot whisperer to help me out.
The plot whisperer. Where is she, by the way? The plot whisperer.
You're the plot whisperer, pal.
But it's so funny too, because a lot of times I'll be telling Nick, and sometimes I'm wrong, but 90% of the times, I'd say 80% of the times, I'm right when I make my when I make my predictions, right, Nick? So for instance, remember I was talking to you about Spider-Man Far From Home, not Far From Home, but the second one, when it was going to come out. I had mentioned to you that Mysterio's pretending about the multiverse. That's his thing. He's illusions. And that's because I know so much about comics. So I think that part of the thing is, Nick, you've got to have that background knowledge in order to be able to know. And since we lack that, that's why sometimes we struggle with the Indian films, because we don't have background knowledge. Of course, you're not going to know. Why am I so good at predicting what's going to happen in comic book films? Because I'm a super nerd. That's what I grew up doing. You know what I mean? Those were my Saturday morning cartoons, because when we grew up, cousin, you know what I'm saying? There was one TV and mama was in charge. Did your mom play Clash Commando when she was in, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I hated it to death, bro. I watched so many Spanish novelas, and we would just sit there like, because every Spanish novela is the same. Beautiful woman, beautiful man. Apparently, I used to think, oh, rich people were beautiful until I grew up and realized that ain't true. You seen what some rich people look like? Just look at Trump. Look at Trump. Just saying. Not all rich people are beautiful. But in Spanish novelas, all rich people are beautiful, and somehow all the women get thrown off horses. You know what I was thinking? By the age of 10, I was like, stay off the horses! Stay off the horses, cousin! That was always how they would set them up, bro.
So easy.
Yeah, they loosen the saddle and stuff. And I already, here goes the plot. She's gonna fall off the horse. I already knew it midway through the season. Yep, somebody loosened the saddle. And it was always the daughter. It was always the daughter-in-law, bro.
Right. And all rich people have horses, right? This is out of control. We are way off the rails. We're going to go and check this out. That was an intelligent thing that you had said about the background knowledge. I'm not sure who you are and what you do with Gabe, but we want him back, please. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's go ahead and see if I can understand something.
Radhe Shyam. Ooh, and it's a Telugu film? Sold.
Oh, you know it. Absolutely. I forgot about to say that. Yes. Telugu film, Prabhas, Pooja, Hegde, and it's got a whole lot of excitement. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Ray, amma pelli gurinchi adithe cheppu. Na chetlo prema pelli levu.
Famous last words, pal. It's a cool shot. A lot of cool shots in these trailers for this film. That trailer's in the water.
I love you, Aditya.
Don't. I just want flirtation.
You and every other guy.
నువ్వేమైనా రోమి అనుకుంటున్నావా?
I don't fall in love. అలాంటి ప్రేమ నా వల్ల కాదు.
కానీ నేను జూలియట్.
Wow, look at some of these shots, brother.
Telling you.
సెంచరీ మిస్ అయిపోయింది. అసలు ఎవరీ గుడ్ లుకింగ్ బ్యాడ్ ఫెలో?
The great Vikramaditya. I call him the Einstein of palmistry.
ఈయన శాస్త్రం చెప్తే శాసనం అంటారు.
జాన్ లెనిన్ నీ ఆటోగ్రాఫ్ తీసుకున్నారా?
ప్రపంచ దేశ నాయకులందరూ కలవాలనుకునే గొప్ప హస్త సాముద్రిక నిపుణుడు.
పుట్టుకు నుండి చావు దాకా ఏ రోజు ఏం జరుగుతుందో నాకు బాగా తెలుసు.
ప్రపంచం మొత్తాన్ని చదివేసిన నువ్వు నన్నెంత చదవగలవో చూద్దాం.
కాలం రాసిన చందమామ కథలో ఉంటది ఈ ప్రేమ కథ.
నిన్ను కలిసాక మిరాకిల్స్ ని నమ్మటం మొదలు పెట్టాను.
Dude.
You are in love, ప్రేరణ. ఈ ప్రేమ ఎదురవడం వరం, కానీ అందుకోవడం మాత్రం ఒక యుద్ధం.
Music right there. Oh.
I love you, Aditya.
That's what I saw. Oh.
విధిని ఎదిరించి ప్రేమ గెలవగలదా? మన రాతే ఇంత పెద్ద భూకంపాన్ని సృష్టించిందా? ప్రాణం పోసి
Wow.
ప్రాణాలు తీస్తుందా? I love you. I love you. I love you.
Oh, he broke down. Wow. So I mean, I feel like I know what you're going to say, so I won't get to that. But this film seems, I'm telling you, seems to be pretty deep right there. It says that he can read people's palms and know everyone's future. He says, I know everything from beginning to end. Is there something behind it? Is it more than just a talent for this guy? This film, from this trailer, seems, I'm going to get killed for saying this, but I don't care. It seems like this is almost like a love letter to film from the 1940s, 1950s. Like just that style with the costumes all being on point and the colors and the set pieces and the locations. They've got to be like over 30 locations involved in this film.
Right.
And Prabhas, first of all, he is locked into this role. I'm hoping in the film we get to see a range of emotion because that would be fantastic. But everything looks amazing. Pooja looks amazing. I still don't fully understand the storyline, but I have a better understanding now. Romantic, all about love. And like I said earlier, I think I know what you're gonna say because my man loves himself the romantic films.
First of all, I absolutely hate romantic films, but this one is interesting. All right, now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think I already have. Again, we talked about background knowledge, right? So the one thing that stood up to me is when she said, "Oh, everybody wants to meet him, or everybody wants to meet him. World leaders want to meet him, right?" He read John Lennon's palm. Well, what happened to John Lennon? Unless you're not a big fan of the Beatles.
No, absolutely.
He died, right? And I'm thinking that the reason he doesn't fall in love is because if he can read people's palms, right, then he knows how your life's going to end, when your life's going to end. And I think that's where they're talking about where, can love overcome fate? Overcome what's supposed to happen, right? And I've seen other movies, not with the same premises, but like, do you want to know the day of your death? Do you want to know when it's over for you or your loved one? You know what I mean? That is almost like a cursing knowledge to have. You know what I'm saying, Nick? That would be something that would just tear at you. So why even get involved with somebody knowing the day and the time and the place they're gonna die? I know you can't do anything about it. So obviously he can't read his own palms, so he doesn't know when he's gonna die, or who knows if there's some supernatural aspect to that. But at least in my community, right, in the Caribbean, palm readers, brujeria, which a lot of that stuff exists. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was younger going to in the Dominican Republic, going to these annual feasts my grandmother would have by El Santo Niño Antoche, right? And that's our patron saint of our family. And she would like literally throw these huge parties for all the kids in the neighborhood, bro. So much food, everything donated, religious people coming over. They'd have a Hora Santa, which is like a prayer group, you know what I'm saying? And it was supposed to protect my family. Now, my family, from our humble beginnings, coming out of where we came from, Dominican Republic, we've had a lot of people who have become successful. Many of us have survived in some of the harshest environment, including New York City. And, you know, again, I'm not superstitious. Who am I to know? I don't know. I don't know everything. But I can tell you this. Me and my 4 brothers grew up in the Bronx, in the hood, in the gulliest of gully neighborhoods. For those uninitiated, when I say the hood, right? We grew up in a gully, cousin. And real talk, bro, we've all been able to overcome. That just doesn't happen. We beat the statistics from that standpoint. So I do believe in the power of prayer. You know me, I'm a religious person. And I do believe that there's things we cannot explain. And I've never gone to a palm reader myself for that simple reason. I don't want to know. I don't want to know when it is. Don't tell me, oh yeah, in 2029, gosh, that's close. 2029, God. No, don't 2059. Get that's more better. Or 2060. I don't want to know, bro. 2069 will be desperate for me. And imagine just fall in love with somebody that you know is doomed. And why would you even want to put yourself in that position? So I think that's what they're talking about.
What makes you think she's doomed?
Because, bro, he read her palm, and the people.
The only thing he said is you are meant for a love story that is like a fairy tale. Let me tell you what I think, and this is so funny because I could be wrong once again. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with this brain of mine, but this is what I'm thinking. He had said many, many times, "I'm not going to fall in love. I'm not going to fall in love. I just want a flirtation shit." I don't know if he knows his future or if he does know his future, and love is not supposed to be there. And then he meets this girl. Like, yeah, it's another girl that I'm gonna, like or whatever. But as it goes on, he reads her palm and says, "You have a beautiful love story ahead of you." And then he starts talking about, is all this destruction happening because of us? Because my thing is, he knows that he's not supposed to fall in love. He meets a girl, and then he, at the very end, "I love you, I love you, I love you." Can love overcome fate? My fate of not falling in love. I don't know if it's a rule like he can't fall in love, and that's why he has the abilities that he has, or if that's just his fate. So that's where I'm kind of thinking, like, that's what it's not so much that she could be duped. I have no idea, but that he's not supposed to, and he still did. That's a good. I see that's a different plot device there, right? If the person he falls in love with is destined to die, then don't fall in love because you don't want to, be the cause of anybody's death. And if you do, there's so many ways you can go with it. That's really, really good. The one thing I was gonna say is you're absolutely right with this being of love letters to like the 1920s, 1930s, right? Telugu films are known for some unbelievable shots, bro. They do a really good job with the filmography and the cinematography. And this almost reminds me of one of my favorite movies that a lot of people didn't win. And when I came out saying, yeah, this thing is going to win a few awards, going to win an Oscar or two. And my wife was in the theater and fell asleep when there. And I was like, how dare you, bro? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was a love letter to 1940s, 1950s Hollywood, right? To the golden age of cinema, 1960s Hollywood. And it was just being able to go back and put you in that time was so amazing. And I think it's something that it has to be done carefully. It's got to be done tastefully, because if not, then it just looks like it's a what do you call it, Nick? Like a retread, right? Or a reboot or something. But I think that this is just paying homage to that time period. And even with the train, you saw the old school train there. You saw the style of dress. You saw the cars, everything. All that. That was a really keen observation by you, my friend. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for watching this video. Let us know what your thoughts are. We're hoping that you can join in the conversation and educate us on a few things here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, we know all things.